of Thomas Jefferson. Good evening, Rick.
Good evening, Shannon. Many are wondering just how far this will go. Remember, there's a large memorial to Thomas Jefferson in Washington, D.C. His face is carved in granite at Mount Rushmore. He's on the nickel, and there are countless statues across America dedicated to the nation's third president and architect of the Declaration of Independence, including a statue here inside New York City Hall's council chambers. It's been there inside the building since 1834, 166 years. But several members of the city council say it's time for the statue to be removed, calling it a glorification of the darkest days of American history. In a letter to the mayor, they wrote, "Jefferson is America's most noted slaveholder, a man who owned more than 600 black women and men, and a scholar who maintained that blacks were inferior to whites." The letter also said the statue is inappropriate and serves as a constant reminder of the injustices that have plagued communities of color since the inception of our country. The push comes, of course, during nationwide protests over the death of George Floyd, a black man killed by a white police officer, with widespread re-examination of American history. Today, New York City's government announced the formation of a Racial Justice and Reconciliation Commission led by the mayor's wife to look at issues including the possible removal of that statue of Jefferson.
The commission will work to explode the false narratives we have lived with for far too long and make plain the truth that even in 2020, to be a person of color means to live a parallel existence with white New Yorkers.
I think it is a time to evaluate the entire look and feel of this city, and a commission that's focused on justice and reconciliation can really think about a bigger approach to address our history in a constructive way.
But some council members are firing back, saying history can't be erased and should be respected, including Republican Joe Borelli, who tweeted, "Someone should explain to me which civilization that banned or destroyed art has ever been considered liberal and progressive. ISIS, the communists, the Jacobins, Henry VIII? Who? Tell me." He went on to ask if they need to scrub Washington and Stuyvesant, Livingston and Lafayette from City Hall, and some might say, yeah, you do. We'll wait and see, Shannon.
All right, Rick Leventhal live for us in New York. Thank you very much. There is a growing